Some sad news in the world of the NBA as the man behind the NBA logo and a fantastic player, Jerry West, has passed away. Jerry West was known for the logo being the silhouette being the basis of the NBA logo, Mr. Clutch for his clutch plays for the Lakers, Mr. Outside because of his perimeter play, and the Seek from Cabin Creek because of the creek by his birthplace. Jerry West was born May 28, 1938 in Chelan, West Virginia. Unfortunately, West's father had physically abused him too many times, and West said that he would sleep with a shotgun under his bed out of fear that he may have to kill his father in self-defense. West was an outgoing and aggressive child. However, when his older brother died in the Korean War, it turned him into a shy, introverted boy. He was actually so small, frail, and weak, he needed vitamin injections to prevent him from being injured. However, he was uh, he would shoot baskets from every possible angle. He went to East Lake High School in West Virginia. He was benched for the first year due to his lack of height. However, he grew to 6 feet tall by 1953 and became the small forward and was one of the West Virginian players around. Anyway, West would graduate from high school in 1956, and many universities showed interest in him. He decided to stay close to home and attend West Virginia near near where he was in Morgantown. In his freshman year, he did well for the freshman team. Of course, this was when freshmen were not allowed to play for varsity in the NCAA. However, he averaged 17.8 points and 11.1 rebounds per game in his first varsity year, doing quite well for himself. They ended up losing to Manhattan College in the NITs. In his junior year, 1959, he put up 26 points, 12 rebounds per game, but shocked a lot of people by helping West Virginia get to the NCAA final, losing by a narrow 1 point margin to the Cal Golden Bears. Despite all that, West was named the most outstanding player of the 1959 Final Four, which was rare for a losing player to do so. But yeah, West Virginia shocked a lot of people. He put up 160 points in the 5 NCAA tournament games at the time, which was pretty good, 32 points per game. And but that was in his final season. His final season was 1960, putting up 29.3 points per game, doing quite well, 30 doubles. I was co-captain of the U.S. basketball team when they went to the Olympics in 1960 in Rome and won the gold medal. Back when amateurs were the teams, not the professionals. West was made available for the 1960 NBA draft. He knew what he could do and all of that. Oscar Robertson was actually a territorial pick by the Cincinnati Royals before they became the Sacramento Kings. But yeah, Cincinnati took Oscar Robertson from the University since his territorial pick, which meant they had to forfeit something. I can't remember. Minneapolis Lakers were number 2 on the clock and took West from West Virginia. Creepily, yeah, he was picked by the Minneapolis Lakers, but that was just months before they moved to LA to become the LA Lakers. So anyway, his college coach was actually hired to coach the Lakers as well, putting him at guard. The Lakers had some good players: Elgin Baylor, Hodrod Hundley, Frank Selvey, and Bobby Leonard. They had strong forwards and guards, but at center they couldn't compete with the Celtics and all that. He felt odd in his new environment because he was a loner. He didn't really talk to a lot of people. Regardless of that, he helped the Lakers get to 36 wins and the 1961 NBA playoffs, losing to the St. Louis Hawks in 7 in round 2. West would become the team leader in his second year, mostly because Elgin Baylor was called up by the U.S. Army Reserves and couldn't play too many games. But he was known for being Mr. Clutch and all that. West tried his best, but in 1962 they lost the final to the Celtics, a common theme for Jerry West. He soon became the leader of the Lakers practically between 1964 and 1968, so West knew what he could do. and all that. The Lakers would become better by the late 60s because of Will Chamberlain's arrival. Daryl West knew what he could do. Yeah, Jerry West did his stuff. In the 69 playoffs, they took care of Atlanta and San Francisco to get their sixth final series against Boston in 8 years, which was huge and all that. Westbrook put up 53 points in game 1 of the finals. Game 2, he put up 41 points. Game 7, the Lakers were hoping to win and all that. Lakers were down by 15 after 3 quarters, but thanks to limping West, the Lakers closed the gap, 103-102. All that. The Lakers end up losing Game 7, despite West's 42 points, 13 rebounds, 12 assists in the triple-double. And shockingly, Jerry West was named MVP of the series. He's the only NBA Finals MVP to play for a losing team ever. And this is like the 1940, when it started in 1948 and all that. He was a tragic hero. He would help the Lakers get to the 1970 NBA Finals, but this time against the New York Knicks, who had Willis Reed, Dave DeBusschere, Walt Frazier, among others. It was a tight match. In Game 3, Dave DeBusschere hit a mid-range jumper with 3 seconds left to put the Knicks up by 2. Lakers had no timeouts left. West had to run. Well, he raced past Walt Frazier, threw a 60-foot shot, and somehow connected. It was one of the greatest moments ever in the NBA. Unfortunately, though, the three-point line was 10 years away from being called. So that meant that without the three-point line, the Lakers could only tie the Knicks. So that was a tying basket to make it 102-102. The worst part was the Knicks ended up winning the game in overtime, as is. But yeah, if it was a three-point shot, it would have been one of the greatest shots, if not the greatest game-winning shot in NBA history. Regardless of that, he tried his best. The Lakers, unfortunately, had West injure his right hand and have manual injections to his hand. With his injured hands, West was 9 for 19, but unfortunately, Clyde Frazier did his job. All that. West unfortunately would injure himself and was practically out for the season. That meant the Lakers were easy prey for Milwaukee in the conference finals. In 1972, he helped the Lakers win the championship. And strange as it was, that was the first and only time Jerry West had an NBA championship as a player, was 1972. Of course, that was the year that the Lakers went on that 30-plus game winning streak. West would retire after the 1974 season and was asked to coach the Lakers for the 76-77 season. In 3 years, he got 145 wins for the Lakers, making the playoffs all 3 seasons, reaching the conference finals in 1977, but never getting to the final. He would become a scout before becoming GM of the Lakers before the 1983 season. West was huge because he helped build the 1980s Lakers dynasty known as Showtime. With Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and AC Green, among others. He got 5 rings, 80, 82, 85, 87, and 88 with the team. He knew what he could do. He still was GM in the 90s when he built the Lakers around Vlade Divac, Cedric Ceballos, and Nick Van Exel. He helped the Lakers turn around and was named Executive of the Year in 95. He made a massive deal. He was the GM who made the massive deal by trading Divac in the 1996 NBA draft to the Hornets for the rights to Kobe Bryant. He also signed Shaq, who was a free agent after 3 years with Orlando, and got Phil Jackson to be coached by 1999. West would leave at the end of the 2000 season, missing out on 2 chances to be a GM of a NBA championship team and all that. He became the GM of the Grizzlies in 2002. He did decent and all that, winning an Executive of the Year award. He was an executive board member of Golden State. As a team executive, he won 2 rings in 2015 and 2017. And anyway, he was part of the Clippers organization until his death. But his regular season stats from 1961 to 1974 was huge. 932 games, 27 points per game, 5.8 rebounds, 6.7 assists per game. In the playoffs, he played 153 playoff games for the Lakers, who basically went to the finals but just couldn't get the big one until 1972 when he finally did it. Anyway, he was known as he had such a massive legacy and all of that. I mean, after all, he is the man behind the NBA silhouette. I mean, huge. He married his high school sweetheart and his first wife for 16 years, having 3 sons. Married his second wife, having 2 sons also. One of his sons, Johnny, would actually marry professional golfer Michelle Wie in 2019. His work ethic was huge and all of that. And you know, he knew what he could do and all of that. So anyway, Jerry West has passed away at the age of 86. We'll be back.